Welcome to Untitled Chapter.
Still feel the pain of that coin-hawking badass jamming his thumb up my butthole.
Turning and turning in the widening journey. The falcon cannot hear the falconer.
As always,
Things
follow
fall
the plan.
apart.
You've
The
been saying
center
the
cannot
same shit
hold.
again and again for like 15
Mere
minutes.
anarchy is loosed
We don't
among
have any
all.
cow porn in our Discord.
Like a dim tide is loosed.
You're probably a nihilist.
Everywhere the ceremony of innocence is drowned.
My dick is 8
The
inches.
best lack all conviction. While the worst are full of passion and intensity.
No, I got your keto right here right up your ass.
Well, you're a fucking pedophile, so like maybe an atheist or a Christian would look at this and say, well, you're just a rapist. Pride is born of good works, positive qualities, and successful results. Now we will plant that right between Beardson's legs.
You don't want to get into a dick measuring competition with me.
I don't know. I don't.
Don't you know that Jim is based now? He's based.
right.
He posted the N-word.
I saw that. You saw that too, didn't you?
Wally
Yeah.
sent
his 100
$3.
posts.
Moral of the story is make sure you're all the way woke up before you're spending money.
You saw that. I'll play that, Wally. You saw that too, huh? Yeah, I saw. He's like, oh, I guess I can only think of one thing to say for my 100th post, and then it was the N-word. It's like, okay, yeah, what an edgy guy. What a great guy. I don't know. It's just.
Yeah, it seems like he's moving away from his I hate Wignats stance and trying to cash in on those dollary dues, isn't he? Yeah, almost like he's a spineless faggot that doesn't really stand for anything.
Wow, no, that couldn't be it, Bibble. That couldn't be it. Yeah, I saw that, and I was like, first off, it was just such a, you talk about fan service, you talk about just like a sop thrown out. You know what I mean? Like, that was literally, I saw that yesterday, and I was like, this is the most like corny, like completely pitiful fan service thing that I've seen in a while. Like,
Cringe.
it was cringe. It was. It was like, okay. I mean, anybody can say it. Like, it's not that big a deal, but it's like, okay, you're just throwing it out there as a sop for these fucking faggots on that site. There's no other reason. You wouldn't have said it otherwise. There's no, like, you're not making a, I mean, I guess that post itself was a joke, but like, there was no impetus for it, right? Like, it's just silly fan service. And so I don't see that as courageous, Bibble. I don't see that as valuable.
Anonymous sent $7.77. It's so funny that all the anti-Ralph AF people became like the equivalent of people that supported Evan McMullin over Donald Trump in the span of weeks.
And now they're all over here on this backwater. Dude, it's not that big at all. And it's literally like the same group of faggots. And I didn't do this, but Keffals swept all those fuckers off Twitter. I mean, and they blame me for it, but literally it had nothing to do with me. They decided to start fucking with Keffals, and they fucked with the wrong motherfucker. Like, I don't know what to tell you. Like, literally, they were unimpeded for, I don't know, like a year, Bibble, and they were just doing whatever they wanted and making up lies about me and going at my family and just fake everything you could imagine. And it was allowed. And then they decided to go at Keffals, and they got, which I have no problem with, and I'm fucking happy about it, and I think it's funny as fuck because they made that decision. I didn't tell them to do that. Nobody told them to do that. They just thought they would jump on a motherfucker. They thought it was cool. They thought they would run Keffals in the ground, and they got run into the ground instead. They fucked with the wrong training. Yeah, that's exactly what happened. That's exactly what happened. They fucked with the wrong training. That's exactly what happened. And, again, sometimes I guess that's a thing in life too, where, sometimes you fuck with somebody you didn't. I've had it happen. You fuck with somebody you didn't know what you were in for, basically. But Keffals wiped them off. I mean, they're gone. now. Kiwifarms is on its last legs trying to use Chinese domains after they fucked with this person. Like, it's unbelievable what Keffals has done. And now, whether you like the person or not, that has nothing to do with it.
Finn sent $5.74 niggers back in my book.
They did, now that you mention it. And again, you don't have to like this person. You don't have to, like, feel some camaraderie with them or whatever. I'm just saying, objectively, Keffals has kicked their ass badly. And now they're over on some fucking Fediverse
Tiago
instance.
Alex sent $3 raped by Assad.
That's really what happened. They got raped by Keffals. Yeah. And now they're over here, and they're all over there together. And so they do have, like, you'll see some posts that might have like 200 retweets or something here and there. And it looks like, okay, they got a little trap. But those are literally all the same. You know what I mean? Bibble, like, that's the same crew. They're just over here on some little ghetto now.
Josh Moon sent $3 China number 1.
Well, he's been shitting on China and Russia for years, which is funny. And now he's, doing what he's doing.
Nickspin sent $3. Jim took it too far when he conspired with Kiwi Fields to devise a final solution for the people of the Chopcock tribe. Keffals and its mutilated genitalia stood against the evil and raped it to death.
I want to say who I... Go ahead.
Kiwifarms only did to Keffals what they've been doing to other people for years and years, where they threatened them, they threatened them with violence and all this other kind of stuff, and then essentially you're right, they got too brave. They thought, well, we can start fucking with non-right wingers now because nobody can stop us. And when you fuck with right wingers, nobody cares, right? That's right. Evil right wingers, they get what they deserve. But when you fuck with one of the protected class of the new world order, then you're going to get taken down. Like, I don't know why they thought that was a good idea, other than they just got too bold and they thought nobody could touch them. But your secret clubhouse wasn't so secret, man. It's all on the public internet.
You know what?
And you can go to Tor, but the problem is they're going to lose 80% of their audience.
Well, they've already lost it. Their listings on Google are already being delisted. Their SEO, and by the way, if you know SEO, which I do because I used to be a blogger, and I'm very well familiar with SEO, and the whole Kiwifarms op is an SEO op. And so if you look at the titles of threads, they'll have... for instance, on mine, I'll have Killstream, and I'll have this and that, and they'll ping and repeat things to try to get it to pop up further in the Google results, which if you know what you're doing with SEO, it's easily done. I won't say easily, but somewhat easily done. And that's out the window. That's done. That's not going to be there anymore. Their links are disappearing from Google. That's going to continue to happen, continue to accelerate. And again, this is a decision they made. And what you said is true. They didn't do anything to Keffals that they haven't done to me, or that they haven't done to anybody else. I won't say anybody else, but certain other people they fucked with on that level the same way. And they got away with it. They got away with it for many years. Matthew Prince was their defender at Cloudflare. All these fuckers defended them. And then they decided, and by the way, they fucked with other trannies too. Before this, but they decided to fuck with Keffals, and I really don't know why, because I bet Josh wishes he had not done that stream now. Let's just put it that way. The Keffals expose when he did the whole week on Keffals.
Does he still have his YouTube?
Well, he does for now, but I would assume that that's not going to be long for the earth. But we'll see. As far as I know, he still has it, but he did a whole week show on Keffals and, got Keffals' attention. And that's not a thing that you would want to do, really. I mean, in Josh Moon's position, right? Like, they have bodies on their record. They have, the most disgusting website on the internet. Why would you want to get the attention of somebody who just basically deplatformed Destiny off Twitch and has had several other victories? It's like, well, do you really think you're that much of a Billy badass? I don't know. It doesn't make sense. Plus, you have a target for them too, and you have so much history. Like, I don't know. This person has media contacts. Like, it just seems like one of those miscalculations, honestly. And I'm looking at this objectively. Of course, I hate Kiwi Farms. I would like anybody to take it down. I said this last night. I'm in favor of anything that takes Kiwi Farms off the internet, period. I don't give a fuck. Nothing. And you can take that as you will. I'm in favor of anything that takes that site down, period. And so that's just where I'm coming from. But just looking at it objectively, you have to say this was a massive miscalculation, Bibble.
Well, yeah, it was a miscalculation, but one of the things I wanted to touch on was the SEO. We know that's the way that they use to fuck with people. That way, if you're trying to get a job and your employer types in your name, then, that's the first thing that comes up. But, Josh has already come out and said, when that whole thing with him and Gonzalo Lira, rest in peace, came out about Gonzalo wanting his thread taken down, Josh was willing to at least delist it from SEO for some kind of quid pro quo. So I wonder how much of that has gone on behind the scenes where people who are wanting their threads taken down, maybe the thread doesn't get taken down, but maybe it gets delisted or it gets deranked in SEO. And all of a sudden, Josh gets a little bit of money from it. I don't know if that's what's happened, but he
that has happened.
That he would do that with
listen, that has happened, and I can't give you a specific source because it was off the record. But I know of at least 3 dealings, and that's what I know of personally, where Josh Moon has taken people off of that site because of a deal he's made with them. Now, whether it be monetary or otherwise, deals to help himself. And this is a fact. Like, there's no way around it. And you can't talk about Josh Moon. There's certain things you can't do on Kiwi Farms. This whole idea that they're, like, the bashing of free speech is retarded. Like, that's not true. I don't know what to say. That's not true! No, that's literally the case. Like, it's not. And, again, I saw somebody in chat mention, I think it was Artax or somebody earlier, I've been very consistent. I'm in favor of anything that takes down Kiwi Farms. I don't give a fuck. I don't agree with Kefflas. One day, I won't. I'll say. I wish I could say everything I know, because there's some funny things I could tell you that would make you laugh, and conversations that I've had that would make you laugh. I'm gonna keep those private for now. But what I'm saying is, Keffals is very well aware that we don't agree on anything except take down Kiwi Farms. Like, it doesn't matter. Take it down. Who gives a fuck? That's what I said for years. It's not the Keffals position. It's the Ralph position. You know what I mean? Like, I've said this for years. Bibble, you know this. I've said this for a long time. Take it down. And so then I see these Kiwi Farmers, and they're like, Ralph should be defending us, or how can he say this? He's a traitor. It's like, what do you mean? I would be a cuck and a bitch and a faggot if I sat here and defended Kiwi Farms. Literally, I would be a faggot on an unseen level if I sit here and let this place who attacked me, attacked my family, fucking hacked my website, took it down. By the way, the guy who hacked the website was a personal invitee of Josh Moon on Kiwi Farms. I have every reason to believe Josh Moon personally put this guy up to hacking my website, if you want to know the truth, Killstream.tv, which was a great site when it was running. They tried to completely destroy me. They stalked my underage children. My fiance was almost kidnapped by one of their users, and the user pled guilty to 2 felonies over this. This is public record. They've lied about my mother's death.
No, Ralph. No, you have to defend them, and they're the last bastion of free speech. It doesn't matter that people there have openly said that they hope that you're homeless, they hope you can never find another job, that you can't support your family, they hope that you die penniless and broken. You have to defend those people. Don't you understand? When you defend your enemies,
right,
you win.
You know what? God damn it, I love you. I have to say this because I had a tweet that I wanted to send for like the last week, and I just couldn't find the right phraseology on it. But the one thing I kept thinking about with the Kiwifarms thing, and their people like, oh, I'll say this, was literally when you kill your enemies, they win. That was the one thing. I swear to God, that was the one thing I kept thinking about. And I was like, it's Trudeau mentality. That's what it is. It's like, what do you mean? When your enemies die off and they're no longer around, I lose? Like, what? How is that possible? I kept thinking about that, and I didn't put out the tweet. But thank you for saying it, because I was like on the edge. I just couldn't like find the right, sometimes when you're making a tweet, you're like, it just doesn't sound right, or I don't know if it's going to go well or whatever. And I'm like, I just couldn't get the right twist on it. But I literally had went through and I was searching for memes with Trudeau saying that. It's like, no, I want you faggots out of business, just like you wanted me. I want you gone. Like, that's what you wanted from me. Why would that be a surprise to you? I want you gone.
You to the ADL and everything else, but all of a sudden, when you retweet fucking Keffals a couple of times, that's beyond the pit. It's not like you fucking went in and set up a fucking Truneshine manufacturing plant for Keffals to give it to underage minors or some shit. I mean, look, Keffals is gonna get theirs eventually. If they're doing anything illegal, eventually they'll get theirs. It may be on the fucking 10th page of the newspaper, but they're going to get theirs, right? There's no doubt about it. That's what happens.
Swatting had at least as much an impact on blowing up the Kiwi fags.
I agree.
It hugely increased pressure on nervous ISPs looking for a way out. Eradicate.
Shout out to Marjorie Taylor Greene. I agree with that. Go ahead, Bibble.
If Keffals is doing anything illegal, they're going to get theirs eventually, right? But at least they can do something useful before they go to jail, and that is to take out Kiwifarms.
Well, I won't comment on their legal situation, but I will say, like, I don't have to agree, and I don't. I mean, I don't know their whole political philosophy or, whatever, but, like, we agree on very little. I think that's fair to say. But one thing we do agree on, and one thing that I was already a speaker on, if anything, I'm the pioneer. I was on Twitter calling this a criminal operation years ago. I was on Twitter saying this should be shut down years ago. And by the way, it is true that I used to be cool with Josh. It is true that he used to come on the show. It is true that I used to talk positively about Kiwifarms. That's all true. But the reason that's not the case now is because he literally changed the whole tenor of the site into his personal attack dog, into a fake news factory, rather than, here's this, video from Christchurch. By the way, which, I don't care if that's up or not really, but like, you know what I mean? Like you could at least say, well, you know what? That's footage that they tried to ban off the internet, right? Like, okay, so we're here putting it out there, right? Like that could be argued that that's a good thing, and I understand that argument, and I sympathize with it, actually, if not agree with it. But you look through the rest of their stuff the last 2 or 3 years, Josh personally tried to use this site to put me out of business and to ruin my life and to lie about my wife and to stalk my children and to help COG find me, and him and his gorilla attack me on vacation, and to hack Killstream.tv, and to do literally, I can't even off the top, like there's much more than that in the history of things. Why would I ever support a site like that? That doesn't make sense. I would rather kill myself. I could never imagine letting principles, which are not real, that's all bullshit. Every fucking person in this earth is subjective, and they're willing to bend, and they're willing to change their mind based on the situation. And if you're not, you're a fucking idiot. I don't know what to tell you. And so, yes, I say destroy, eradicate, fuck this place, fuck Josh Moon, run it into the ground, and salt the fucking earth. That's what I fucking say about Kiwifarms, and that's what I've said for years. So the whole idea that Keffals, it's true, is getting the work done. Like, I mean, there's no doubt about that. But they are following up on something that I've said for years, right? Like, it's not me taking their position. It's them taking mine. So, again, when I see this, of course, it's faggots just saying whatever they can say. But it's just not accurate. I don't know what to say. Like, I've said this for years. So some, tranny activist comes through and starts rocking your shit. And I say, good. I say, I agree with that. Take them down. And so now I'm somehow like, what? We're like we are on the same side as far as taking Kiwifarms down, but like, I don't have any collaboration with that. I didn't tell them what to do or anything like that. I'm just stuck to my same position. Fuck Kiwifarms, which is my position. I don't know. Anyway, finish your thought on that. I'll actually let you talk for a second, but can you talk for a minute? Because I got to take a piss.
Yeah, I think I can talk for a minute.
I think you can handle it. I think you can handle it. Host of the Bibble Babble, 2 p.m. Eastern on Sundays. I think you can handle it.
Yeah, I'll figure it out. I forgot what I was gonna say, but I'll fucking figure it out. We'll get there along the way. No, it's just one of those things where it's very easy to sit there and say, "Oh well, the moral thing, blah blah blah. If you look to the future, blah blah blah." But I mean, if you really believe that, then all you got to do is go on Kiwifarms, post your full date of birth, post your name, post a picture of yourself, post your social security number, your address, post all that kind of stuff, and then call them all faggots and tell them that they're sissies and all. Get them real riled up. Go on there for a couple of weeks, get them real riled up, and then go and post your docs and see if you enjoy these spurgs just fucking with you 24/7. I mean, it's real easy to stand by your principles until you're looking down the barrel of not having any money, of not being able to support yourself or your family. That's all there is to it. It is what it is. Kiwifarms, they fucked with Ralph constantly, and of course he's going to support anybody taking them down. What is he supposed to do? Oh no. And even if the funny thing is, even if he would have come out and say, I disavow what Keffals was doing to Kiwifarms, I don't approve of what they were doing with Kiwifarms. It still wouldn't change the opinion of people that hate him. They'd still say that he was being a disingenuous, cunt, and that they're sure that he loved them being taken down. Sure. I mean, it's not going to stop them from fucking with him. It's not going to stop them from doing the things that they do. So, even if he came out with the opinion, quote unquote, the opinion that they want, it wouldn't have stopped Kiwifarms from being taken down. Nothing could have stopped that. And two, it was going to stop these people from having their opinion of Ralph.
Plus, look, that's pandering. You know what I mean? Like, you're right. You're right about what you said. But there are people, and I've seen these people who hate Kiwifarms, by the way, despise them. And then they come out on Twitter and they say, well, I still, I support Kiwifarms. I can't believe they're doing this. Right? Like, that's fake. That's phony. I can't believe Keffals is doing this. Yeah, you can. And you want it to happen. And you're actually a lying piece of shit. You know what? Fuck that. I'm a real human being, as Nick would say. And I don't have the need to come on these airwaves and lie. I hate Kiwifarms. I hate Josh Moon. And I want to see him taken out. Any questions? Like, I mean, like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. That you would be a rackets as Pantsu Mission. Yes, although I'll leave that out here. We know people who like him. But what I'm saying is, yes, it's that same thing where it's like, I don't have any need to sit here and lie and like act like I give a fuck. I say take them down. Is there anything wrong with that? Yeah. They try to take me down. Now, you know what? If it was like they say it is. So I had a lot of replies and people tagging me faggots, and they would say, "Oh, Ralph just can't stand getting made fun of." And by the way, I don't even know. I make fun of myself on this show. It's a huge part of the show, basically. But whatever. Ralph can't stand getting made fun of, and he wants to take this down because of the sex tape. By the way, the sex tape's out there everywhere. Like, it doesn't even matter. Second thing is, that's just not the case. If it was just being made fun of, that would be one thing. There are a litany of examples where it's not just that. And guess what? You lying about my mother's death, that alone would be enough for me to say, sink your fucking ass. Like, I don't care. That was like the worst thing that's ever happened. Not like, was the worst thing that's ever happened to me in my life. And people talk about, and again, I don't want to, I will say it was very tough to consider continuing on. Honestly, it was really hard for me to get over that. And even though my mom had some health challenges, I did not expect that to happen the way that it did. And it shouldn't have happened the way that it did. And it was hard for me to continue on, not just in life, but public life. You know what I mean? Like, to continue on being this guy. And it was something that I really struggled with, and people who watched this show back then know that. It was an actual thing in my life. And so these people lying about that and making that a thing, which they're lies, by the way. Like, there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Like, they literally took glee in lying about my mother's death and acting like I didn't see her by my own volition, and it wasn't CDC guidelines that kept me from seeing her, and try to make up shit about me not taking the vax and all this and that. It had nothing to do with the vaccine. There was a 10-day waiting period, courtesy, should I say, of the CDC, which didn't let you in to see anybody in a nursing home the first 10 days they were in there. Well, my mother died on the 10th day. And so they have this whole fucking, and they know it's not true, by the way. But they put this shit out there about my mother and about her death. You know what? That in and of itself, there wouldn't have to be anything else for me to say, burn it to the fucking ground. Fuck Josh Moon. I wouldn't care what happened to him. And you can take that however you want it. I wouldn't give a fuck what happened to him at any time of day or any time of night. Him or his website or his family or anybody else. And that's what I really think. And that's my real position. I don't give a fuck about Kiwifarms survival. I don't give a fuck about Josh Moon's survival on this fucking earth. That's what I really think. You want to desecrate my mother's grave? You want to desecrate her memory? You want to fuck with my family, my children before they were even born? You want to fuck with my business? Fuck you. Burn in hell. That's what I fucking think. Fuck you. Salt the fucking earth. That's my position, and it's never gonna fucking change. Fuck Josh Moon. Fuck Kiwifarms, and fuck the horse they rode in on, and fuck any horse they try to ride from here on out. That's what I think. And it's never going to change. And they made it that way. It wasn't me who did that. It was them who did that. And I will never regret the words that just came out of my mouth, and I will never change that position. I don't give a fuck. Yes, it's worth it to me. I don't give a motherfuck. I hear people and they're like, oh, well, what if they come after Coast? First off, they're not. Second off, that's a risk I'm willing to take. I'm not gonna fucking defend a shithole that tried to destroy me, that tried to destroy the memory of my mother, that tried to fuck with my family. I don't give a fuck about some nebulous bullshit idea of internet goddamn fucking freedom. Fuck you. I want to see you in the goddamn ditch. That's where I want to see you. I don't give a fuck. Period. Burn in hell. That's That's what I think of Kiwi Farms, and it's never going to change. And they made it that way. They made it that way. They radicalized a nigga like me, and it's never coming back. Piss on their grave. Piss on Josh Moon's grave. Fuck his drunk mama. Fuck his daddy. Cocksucker, who we know who it is. By the way, they banned me when I went into their chat, posting his Facebook. Fuck you, motherfucker. You talk about a family emergency? Good. I'm glad. I hope you have more family emergencies. I hope your family fucking has the worst. Let's just put it that way. I don't give a fuck about you. I don't give a fuck about any of these people. Fuck all you motherfuckers. Burn in hell. I think it's pretty well said. Clip that. That's my thought process. And it has been for years, but I will say within the last, 12 to 18 months, it's been even more radicalized. Where it's like, I don't care. Take it down. I'm willing to deal. I will be on the air one way or the other. I will be on the air. I'm not going to, sit here and say that it's a nothing burger for Cloudflare to take somebody down, because it's not. It is a big deal. And they've taken down others that I did not support them taking down. Daily Stormer. I did not support them taking down 8chan. But you know what? I do support them taking down Kiwi Farms. And if you look at 8chan, if you look at Daily Stormer versus Kiwi Farms, it's not even close. Kiwi Farms is 1,000,000 times more flagrant and 1,000,000 times more violative than those two. Like, it's insane. Fuck them. Fuck Josh Moon, and fuck anybody who doesn't like it. Those are my thoughts. If you want to follow up on that before I turn on the TTS, I see some people asking me, is it off? Yeah, I turned it off just so we could talk for a minute.
No, I gotta go, man. I'm sick right now. I just thought I'd pop on for the welcome back stream, but actually I'm sick as a motherfucker.
Well, I'm glad you popped on. It was good to see you. Promote your shit.
There might not be one this weekend. I don't know. We'll just have to see how.
You do sound kind of sick now that you mention it. Actually, I didn't even think about it.
But
it has a point for a password, but what?
Josh Moon sent $10. I am winning. I promise.
No.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to another edition of Mad at the Internet. Today, I'm going to explain to everyone how that tranny that recently killed themselves because of the farms was not my fault at all. I had nothing to do with it. Like, what do they expect me to do? I just run a forum. I don't let people bully each other on here. Well, as long as they don't bully me, it's fine. They can bully whoever, but it's fine if they just bully other people. So, anyways, before we get into that, I just wanted to say that it's my pizza day today.
No,
so
Josh, come on. Oh, no.
I have my large soda right here, too. And,
sounds excellent.
What the fuck? Why are people at BPP started making fun of pizza
no,
day?
not again.
I eat pizza all the time. It's the best way to lose weight. Why are you making fun of me? You're just a bunch of assholes. Fuck you. Get the fuck off my forum. I'm banning every single person who makes fun of my pizza day.
That sounds just like Josh. By the way.
Oh no, they're adding me. Why are these people adding me? I'm trying to eat my pizza and my banana peppers. Look at my peppers. They're great. I've been growing them in my basement for months now. They're just ready to eat. But you're ruining my pizza day. This is how I'm gonna beat Ralph.
Is this big tech? Is this really big tech? Somebody.
So much weight.
He's like the imitation
He's not
master.
gonna be able to keep up with it.
Is it really? See, I'll pull it up.
Josh Moon sent $10. Hello everyone and welcome to Sad on the Internet.
Not again.
Hello everyone and welcome to another edition of Mad at the Internet. Today we're going to talk about Chan and how...
Can I please get this guy on the show?
He fucked his mother.
Nah, I want him on the show.
I just want to...
I want him on the show playing Josh. Like, there's no other way.
Fucked his mother. I've been too busy making my coins and my t-shirts, and I don't know anything about...
Who is this?
I don't have any financial ties
apologize to Chris whatsoever. Well, except for that one thing. And the other thing, and the fact that the forum was pretty much named after Chris initially, but that doesn't matter.
Other than that, I have no ties.
What the fuck? Why are people saying that I knew? I had no idea he fucked his mother. He didn't email me and tell me this like many times.
Of course not.
Nor did I say it a year ago. But
he did.
Don't worry about it. It's fine.
Yeah, why are you worried about it?
Anyways, would you like to have...
This sounds literally
would you like to see the new Kiwi coins? They're very shiny. And, what do you mean I shouldn't have Chris on the coins? What do you mean I'm profiting off of rape? Fuck you. I was raped once by my father. I mean, I wasn't raped. No. Anyways,
Coronel_quesadilla 69 cent $3 has Ralph even read a Loki?
What? Not yet.
Turtle No Neck sent $3 eradicate.
Eradicate, I agree.
Henry Kissinger.
You don't want to get into a dick measuring competition. I have a bigger dick. I have a bigger dick. I have a bigger dick.